exciting night. That's all I can say. We got 113 young men in there that last December, a stranger walked into their locker room, and I told them that those who stay are going to be champions, and this was a step to that process. And for them to, believe in our messaging as a staff, my messaging as a head football coach, I couldn't be more excited, more proud of that group in there. We had our best week of practice that we've had since I've been here this week. Mother Nature tried to throw us a curveball, all right, with a little bit of lightning. Or someone said the first time in 17 years we've had something like that happen. I knew from that point on it was going to be a good week then. All right, someone was looking highly upon us. Exactly what we wanted to do, who we want to be. You see it on the back of every shirt. Toughness wins. Toughness is highly trained individuals, all right, that play for each other, and that's what we've got right now. We got a group of young men in there that, through adversity, continue to rally around each other. And they walked into that locker room and they told me what to expect. All right, and that's where I know when we have veteran leadership. Roland Fullwood was unbelievable tonight as a leader, and our right tackle. He Coach, we got this. We should be winning at halftime, is all he said. I said, all right, let's go do it then. It's easy when you have motivated young men. And again, I can't say enough about our staff. It's 14-13 at halftime. We have a second half shutout. We run for 350 yards. We are 20 of 27 throwing the football. All the numbers you want to see. This is winning football right here. We got to clean up some things, of course, still, but we'll do that on Monday.
Coach, you mentioned the adversity, especially in that first half, those big turnovers, but you mentioned the response. From this week to last week, what was the difference you felt in the response to the adversity from first half?
We just talked about just cut it loose, right? Bad things happen all the time to good people, and how you respond, is going to demonstrate what your character is. Thanks for that. I appreciate that.
And then specifically in the run game, what were you seeing that was so successful to get up to over 300 yards?
We had answers. And again, this is a process, these step by step. We anticipated we were going to see some of the things that Kansas did, and so we made sure that we were ready for it. Coach Crabtree, Coach Ferentz, Coach Davis, Coach Haas, tremendous. I sat in the offensive line meeting this week, and the vibe was outstanding. It was unbelievable. Those guys were locked into details, asking questions. I loved it. If I could come back in another life, I'd be an O-line coach. I love that group. We'll be as good as they are.
Coach, when it comes to the running backs, of you guys getting involved tonight and being really successful, Bryson Donaldson being one of them, your leader there in the running back room, what did you see from him?
Just getting downhill, but it all starts up front, and you talk about a room that is highly competitive, highly talented, but they're all servant leaders to one another. And you saw it after every score. Brandon scores, everyone's jumping around. Donaldson scores, Rashawn, everyone scores, and they just, AP, Coach Pryor does an unbelievable job because there's only one ball. But what he has them believing in is they got to be great without it too. Protection, route running, all those things matter.
And Brandon Ramirez, tell me a little bit about how you've seen his growth just throughout fall camp and where he's at now.
Well, I know when I got here, people said, yeah, Coach, I'm just not sure if he's a Division I back. And I said, well, what we're going to do, he's going to find a way. He's a one-cut guy that falls forward every time he gets the ball. He's on special teams. He's a great team guy. He's we over me, and that to me has value.
Coach, what about on a personal level? Just getting a win like this, kind of validating all that work.
Well, of course it does. It validates the way our staff does things, and it's all been new. We've changed up the schedule, an emphasis of strength and conditioning, nutrition, and taking care of ourselves, making sure that we're the healthiest football team we can be. That's hard sometimes for an 18 to 22-year-old to buy into all that. Like, man, you got me in here all the time. You're worried about my weight. You're after me about hydration. But you saw in that game who the better conditioned team was. And that's because of Andy Ward, Kelly Cernica, and Martin Kane and his staff in the athletic training department. It takes a village, it takes a community to get this thing rolling, but we got great alignment amongst all of us. And that's our kids hear the same messaging in every department that's here.
And what was it like to experience Valley Children's Stadium?
It was awesome. It was everything. The only thing, and the only person I haven't seen yet is I want to see Coach Hill. I want to see the smile on his face tonight. Yeah.
Coach, a little bit of a personnel change on the line throughout the game. Just what did you see, and maybe how the different combinations?
Well, I think we got
lined up?
banged up a little bit at times, and so next man up mentality. But again, it goes back to the way we practiced. You guys were all there. You saw us having 2 fields going at once, double repping. Right? We're a premier developmental program. Nobody stands around at practice. Everybody gets coached. Everybody gets developed. Nobody's calling home saying, I don't get any reps. And so that's why we're able to plug people in, is because of the way we do things, the way our staff has done things, the way we meet and teach, and it's just, it validates the people that we have in this program.
5 drives, 5 punts for Georgia Southern's offense on the second half. What was the difference for the defense after halftime?
We just got comfortable, got our cleats in the ground, got our eyes right. When you have your eyes right, your feet are right, and then we tackled. We didn't give up explosive plays. I'm sure there's a few plays we wish we had back, maybe a third down or 2, but overall, I was really excited. And then, the other thing that I'll say, in two games, we have 5 penalties right now. All right, we're playing clean football. Now we got to take care of the ball security. That's the last thing. We can't beat ourselves, but our kids are listening.
Thank you.
Coach, what do you attribute the second half just domination? I mean, just one stat in the second half, 316 yards to 75. So
Well,
what did you guys do at halftime?
I don't think we did anything different. We just finished, right? We had the ball at the 1 yard line and fumbled, going in, right? We're moving the ball, and all of a sudden we have a turnover. We just had to get out of our own way. I think it easily could have been like that at halftime.
And how's E.J. Warner doing with the 2 interceptions in the first half, 7 of 8 in the second half?
He's going to be just fine, right?
What did you see those interceptions?
I think he tried to force the one, and in the second half, you saw him start to use his legs and take advantage of the opportunity to make a positive play. We don't got to force the football. Let's manage the game. Get 5, get out of bounds. Let's line up, play again.
Coach, this was Georgia Southern's home opener, or season opener, sorry. But you guys had the week 0 game. How do you feel like that prepared you for tonight?
Well, I think it probably prepared us more internally. I mean, we knew what our issues were. We knew where we weren't very good last week, and so we got to spend a week cleaning it up. And our players, they knew the minute we walked off that field at Kansas, we were a better football team than what we displayed that night. And I knew it. There was a lot of positives that were in that Kansas, but they were just too inconsistent. Tonight, there's still going to be things that we fix, right? Bad footwork, bad eyes, missed tackles, missed cups, drops, penalties. We're going to clean it up. All right, we're going to continue to clean it up. But we talked about from the beginning, we got to make people beat us. We're not losing games. They have to beat us if they're better.
Coach, what was the message to E.J. Warner at halftime?
Learn, burn, return. Let's go. We got another half to go. We got a slew of guys on the sideline that got your back. Move on.
And what did you see out of the right way tonight?
It was good. Loud on third down, energy. I got more people yelling at me when I'm walking into the game tonight through the crowd. I love it. We're going to continue to, hopefully we can continue to put a great product on the field, and it becomes the hottest ticket in the Central Valley.
Coach, I know you mentioned your third quarter defense. They gave you a lot of short fields for your offense just to kind of get things going. How much does that kind of help the offense just find a groove?
Well, I think that's any complimentary football, right? Setting up. It's a game of field position, and even we had a huge return in the first half, and we walk away with 3 points. Things to clean up. You're reminding me of all of them right now.
And then you guys were able to keep your punt team off the field tonight. I know the 3 turnovers don't kind of help that, but how much does that just give you confidence for going into Oregon State?
I think anytime you can, I don't know what the time of possession is. 38 minutes. I'll take it. Right? If we don't have to punt, that's a good night.
Coach, you just got your first win here at Fresno State. How's it feel?
Feels really good. You know what? I'm going to go home eventually. Probably see my dog a little bit. Probably relax. Probably watch a game that was earlier today that I don't know the score of. And probably fall asleep watching TV.
That's perfect.
And I have a smile on my face.
Thanks, Coach.
More than you.